going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Thank you everybody for showing up. Tonight we're going to talk about quitting eBay and what you should do before you decide to quit. So hopefully you guys are doing well tonight. Kyle says this should be good. What's going on, bro? Billy says first time making it to a live. Welcome. Appreciate you coming hanging out. Buy 10 lottery tickets. Yeah. One thing about that is if you hit it big, you'll probably lose it fast. Most people that get quick money don't know how to keep it. What's up, Hillary? How you doing? Tar Heel Picker says sounds good. Alrighty. Brian, what's going on? First live in person. Welcome. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Loud and clear. Good deal. What's up, Secondhand USA, Florida? Welcome. Make sure I'm still going. Cole, finally catching you live. Not a lot of new people catching me live for the first time. Welcome everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing good. What's up, Deborah? How you doing? Dark Gravity says number 13. Are you 13th in here? Hey, honey, how are you? Alrighty, so one thing I've been seeing, a lot of people are quitting eBay. A lot of people are quitting reselling. A lot of people are giving up on their hopes and dreams of being entrepreneurs right now. It's just a crazy time we live in, right? So the other day, a guy local to me reached out, sold me all of his eBay inventory, and one of the things that I noticed, Dawson says, "Hey man, I can't believe eBay and you're sponsored. I'm disappointed in you." Yeah, if it was true, uh, you know, a lot of people thinking that the big sellers out here, which I don't consider myself a big seller at all. First and foremost, let's get that out of the way. I'm a little guy. I'm not making any type of significant cash in eBay's eyes, right? Like eBay, I'm a guppy. Uh, but a lot of people out here saying that eBay's showing favoritism to people that are like content creators, which, yeah, I might have been paid to do a video for time away mode, but trust me, they didn't pay me what I asked them to pay me. So they're not worried about me and any influence that I have. So for them to not pay me what I was asking for, they ain't gonna pay me to send those sales my way, that's for sure. But I wish it was true. I wish I was making a lot of money on eBay because eBay was had me on their payroll, but it's just not true. But yeah, so yeah, people are quitting. People they just can't seem to get the sales, the traction, the gumption, the whatever that they're looking for to get the job done, right? And so for instance, people don't know um, that their listing quality is one of the biggest factors next to picking a quality item, right? So in one of the videos that I did most recently, and let me just try to pull this item up in my store real quick, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because if you think the listing title and stuff like that does not matter, I promise you it does. Let's see here. Let me pull the item up first. Um, Come on, mate. Okay, so here we go. Let me share the screen. This item is a good quality item. Had this item listed for probably a year minimum. Alrighty. So I listed this item May 21st of 2022. Over a year this item sat. Right now, if we look at sponsored similar items, we got one right here for 30. We got one right here for 30. Let's see what we got down here. Another for 30, right? Mine sold for $6.25, right? Now, can anybody look at this title and tell me what's wrong with this title? What is one component, one must-have keyword that's in this title that's not in there? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to look at it. And this is the importance of titling your items the correct way. So what are these? These are shorts, right? The word shorts are not even in this title. So how is somebody supposed to find my shorts if I don't put the word shorts in the title? And then on top of that, just listen to this title. Saks New Frontier 2-in-1 Men's 30 Blue Ballpark Pouch Line Athletic Fit Training. That doesn't even make, what type of sense does that even make? So, um, while these shorts were supposed to sell for around 30 bucks, they sat for over a year and a half and only sold for $6. So, first thing one must do, right? First thing one must do when they're making a title is put a good quality title together, right? Obviously, this title was done a year and a half ago almost when I didn't even really know what I was doing on eBay. I knew I could find some good items. Lo and behold, finding a good item just isn't enough by itself. So, if you're not going to title your item the way a buyer would search for it, especially putting the item type in there, you're definitely going to sit on some items for a long time. So, first thing I would recommend anyone doing before they decide to walk away or give up on reselling is learn how to title an item correctly, right? Brand, item type, gender, size, color, and then the keywords, right? And if you don't understand what those are, just watch plenty of my videos. I go over it all the time. But that's going to be the first piece of solid advice I can give anyone is learn how to title your items properly. I've learned a lot in the last year and a half, and trust me, the items that I list nowadays fly off the shelves way faster than anything that's been sitting for a long time. Just because of the titles. The titles are all garbage. Just Kath says, first time here too. Aussie reseller, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to all the newcomers. Feel free to ask questions throughout the live stream. Absolutely, ask any questions. Yep, people are quitting because they're not seeing the traction they want to. Now we've had a couple of big sellers move over to Poshmark. James, my boy reseller life, is switching over to listing on Poshmark and cross posting. So when you got someone that's got 50,000 listings switching over to Poshmark because eBay's not doing what it's supposed to do, that's a big telltale sign of the times. So we really got to figure out a way to stand out against the crowd. First time I spoke in the chat, I posted 13. I figured I'll keep the trend going. Oh, gotcha. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Chris? How you doing? Greetings from Maryland. Finally got your live show. What's up, Maxine? You've been to a live show before, I'm pretty sure, haven't you? What's up, Nita? Jonathan, what's going on? Yep, no shorts. That's why it's called work. Put the time in, and then results happen. Be competitive. That was some keyword gobbledygook. Debbie, yes, I do promote all my items at 10%. That's just what I've been doing for the longest. I think the suggested, the recommended, or something like that right now is around 15% for a lot of categories. So they ain't getting no 15 out of me. I'm gonna hang on for a little while longer. But with that being said, what's up, Yo Costa? How you doing? With that being said, me picking good items is only a fraction of the equation, right? And so for this guy that I bought out his eBay store the other day, I looked at some of his titles, and he had pretty much the same thing going on in his titles as I did in that old listing. While he picked some pretty good items, he wasn't selling them to, I don't know what his sell-through rate. I didn't actually talk to him. He wasn't there. But I do understand that he wasn't seeing what he was looking for, or else he would have sold me all his stuff. So this isn't the first person that I've seen that's either went back to work and still is reselling or have quit altogether and just aren't even doing eBay as a side hustle anymore. So if you guys are out there and you're trying to do eBay full time, or if you're trying to turn reselling into a full time career, I suggest you watch as much of this content as you can for free. If you feel like you're, missing the mark, reach out to me on these live streams, ask any questions that you guys have, and let me try to help you. Before you decide to throw in the towel, let me try to help you as much as possible. Let's see here. Amathea, Hello, Marks and everyone. What's up? Via Glow. What's going on? How are you? So another thing, um, right, is to, especially if you're going to stay on eBay, is to continue to list items every single day. A lot of people get in their box. A lot of people get in their feelings because sales slow down. So then they're like, oh, I'm not going to list anymore, or I'm just going to take today off, or I'm just play video games, or whatever the case may be. Whatever you do for fun, people want to do that instead because that's instant gratification, right? You can eat a bunch of junk food, play some video games, and instantly feel gratified, right? Whereas eBay, you got to go out, you got to source, then you got to come back home, you got to clean the items up, prep it, do whatever next step in the process before you get the item listed. Then you got to sit on it and wait for it to sell. So a lot of people not wanting to do the work when they're not getting rewarded from the work that they're already doing. So you got to leave your emotions out of it. You got to leave your emotions at the door, right? This is not a uh, overnight thing. You go to your job. Most people get paid every 2 weeks. Some people get paid every week. Some people are salary. You know, first or the 15th and the 30th or whatever. You can't go to work one day and be like, let me get my 2 week check now. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't happen like that. So you're not going to be able to do eBay the same way at all. So you're going to have to go in, put in the work, be patient, right? Patience is something that this nation lacks now. TikTok has taken away all of our patience. 15-second video, not short enough. Let me scroll on the next one in seven. You know, 7 second Instagram reels going viral, right? We have no attention span nowadays, so we definitely don't want to sit there and list nothing and wait for it to sell. So we kind of got to pick items with the fastest sell through. A lady asked me, she's got a limited amount of space. She could have more space if she wanted to. She's got plenty of space, and that she lives in a small house. She said that she's trying to keep her store limited size because she's getting ready to go back to work when school starts up again, or somewhere around that time frame. And I told her like the best thing that I can recommend is picking up items that have a really high sell through and sell for a good amount of money. So especially if you're at like a listing goal of, let's just say, some like 5 to 10 a day, you have full control over not putting any lower tier items in your store, right? So you can go out and find 10 choice items. Uh, Even when I was doing 10 items a day, I could find better, not better. I could find more items that would sell for about the same amount of money for the time that I needed it to sell in, right? It's when I increased the listing goal that I had to start going to the bins more often, right? So when you are smaller, if you live in an area that has enough inventory to hold you in the listing goal you have, stay smaller. If you're meeting the metrics that you're trying to meet, by all means, uh, no need to no need to do my business model. That's for sure, right? My thing is I want to make as much money as I possibly can, right? I'm not just trying to make $50,000 a year on eBay. That's not the goal. Um, I've got you know hopes and dreams and aspirations, and I'm trying to change people's lives. So in order to do that, a big I gotta have a big impact. In using the title format, started part time in February, selling 5 to 8 items a day. Quality items sell if priced right. Exactly. One local person told me the Goodwill bins in Orlando were not good. Many of the people were rude and violent. When you went there, did you find that to be the atmosphere? Violent? I wouldn't say violent at all. Rude? I could see that. I would say they're aggressive. But if not you, Deborah, I don't mean this towards you specifically, but if you're a soft person, it's probably not the place for you. Uh, it was all right. They were kind of just like in the way. They blocked off a few aisles to where you couldn't get through, but you kind of just gotta go in there. Like this is the thing in life. If you stand on anything, like if you what's the word that I'm looking for? If you're aggressive back, people will see that you're not a pushover, and they'll leave you alone. Are you going to do a video on what you sourced in Orlando? It's already all listed. Every single bit of it's already listed. July was my first full month on eBay, and I sold over $1,000. I thought to get there would take me months. My first $100,000 was much easier to make than I thought it was. And that's not even like on some bragging type of stuff. It's just eBay rewards you if you do the work. So if you come out the gate like with a strong mindset of knowing that this is what you're going to do and you're determined to make it, doesn't matter what other success or what other failures other people are having. If you put in the work, eBay will reward you. Even in this down times right now, I'm still seeing growth over last year. Last year it took me 10 months to make 100K. This year it took me six. So we just got to continue to stay focused. eBay economics, with promoted and other fees, shipping, many sellers have no profit. I don't know about many sellers. I know that if you buy at the right price range, it doesn't matter how much you promote, you can still make money. That's the point though. Like, you're not going to buy at a point where you can't make any money. And if you do, not you, Chris, but if you do as a person, if you're buying items where you're not going to have enough profit, don't promote. I always tell people don't promote until you know what your bottom dollar is. If you don't know what your numbers are and then you start promoting, you could be promoting yourself right out of profit. And so, like, just because you see me doing it at 10%, I get all my items for the bins. Like, all my stuff is dirt cheap. You know what I mean? So, like, I know what my numbers are. I know what the lowest amount that I can sell an item for is, and then still be able to be profitable with promotions on top of that. So, definitely don't just go start promoting at 10% just because I do it, because I'm based off volume. You know what I mean? And I get my items from the bin. So, if you go to the thrift, you're paying $8, $9 a pair of jeans. You can't promote it 10% and then sell those jeans for $10. It's not going to happen. You're going to be negative money. So just make sure you're buying as low as you can get it. I may be wrong. I'm new, so forgive me if I am. Listening to a lot of folks, they seem to have gotten spoiled during the pandemic. Now they're blaming eBay when it's just changed. People are at work. I don't know. I didn't start until after 2020. Like, I started at the very very end of 2020, and so while I think that's got a lot of truth to it, I never was in it with the stimulus money. Like, I never saw any of that. And so while people were coming in, yeah, I feel like there was a lot of people that came in the game during that point in time, and they thought that that's how eBay regularly was. So for me, like, I heard a lot of people saying that this ain't how it's always been. So, like, don't get used to this. And so yeah, while I think that is very much the case, and why a lot of people that got into it during that time are getting out of it now because it's not as lucrative as it was when they first got in. But that's why you just list your way through it and stay consistent, and you'll realize that you can still see results as long as you're really putting in the effort. Yeah, well done, Billy, on your $1,000. Ed, what's up, man? Congrats on 1,000 subs. Really happy for you, bro. Sorry for the big swig, guys. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and show Marcus some love. And you guys know I got it in with eBay. You'll get a sell. Wink, wink. I know you send out offers a lot. Can you kind of explain the process real quick? Like, where do you do that in the site? Sure, let's go hop in the computer screen. So I just go to ebay.com. See this right here, listings eligible to send offers. I tap that button. I select all of the items. And I just 25%. Boom. I don't care what it is. I don't care how much it's listed for. I just send 25% off offers. Someone's made me an offer on something. Hooters towel. I got listed for 20. They sent me an offer for 15. I'm gonna accept it. What the heck? My sales are down too, guys. Like, everyone's feeling it, right? So, like, when someone makes you a $5 off offer, you accept that thing and you go, right? $415 is not where I'm supposed to be at right now. Right now I'm supposed to be around $600. It's what I'm normally used to. This last 7 days is supposed to be around 4,000 or 4,500 bucks. My 31 days is supposed to be at like 18.5, but right now I'm at 17 items for the day. It's not where I'm usually at. Look, impressions are down 12%. listing page views are down. So everyone out there thinking eBay's got me on the payroll, definitely not showing me no love either. That's for sure. Let's see. We had a screaming match over a suitcase today in our local bins, and then some boomer said some racist crap to me after. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah. I don't tolerate racism at all, bro. So not really my cup of tea. Yeah, definitely. Sorry you had to deal with that, bro. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate you. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys. You guys are all the bee's knees. Hey, big fan. Thanks again. Nice. Appreciate you. You're welcome. Let's see here. Started last spring and last summer was rough. We continue to learn and research brands and focus on sell through rate. With a lot of help from you, this summer has been great so far. Well, that's great. That's freaking awesome. We're glad to see that you guys are uh, having success over there. It's fine. No one got hurt, just feelings. Yeah. What do you think of warehouse space for 3,000 a month for like 14? I think that's a ripoff. Where are you living at? California? I pay 500 for 1,100 square feet. So I think that's pretty darn expensive. Once again, man. Thanks for your great. Keep on going. Thanks, you're great. Keep on going. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You're welcome, Ed. If you accept an offer, does the customer also get the 20% off at that price? No. So you can't stack an offer and a coupon together. And it tells you that in the verbiage on eBay. A lot of people don't read that and they still think that you do. They get mad and they're like, I was trying to send you the offer and use the coupon. Can you? And I'm like, no, that's just not how it works. They're like, well, can you still give me a 20% off with it? And I'm like, no, I can't do that. Do you want to cancel? They're like, yeah, can you cancel? I thought I was going to be able to. Like, well, why didn't you freaking make the offer for what you wanted to pay? What's up, Ritz? How you doing, bro? Or I'm assuming you're a man. I'm sorry if you're not. I always wondered. Thanks for showing me that. No problem, bro. Cole says, clicked the like, sold some big star jeans. It worked, guys. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Do you have business policies set up for shipping? I can't seem to change the shipping amounts. No, I do not. I just use two prices, 650 for USPS Ground Advantage and 895 for Priority Mail. So it's very easy for me to just select either or and just like when I'm building a listing, like the prices are in a drop down for me, so I just select them. Every time I let my cell in and forget to restart, my cells stop. Gotta stay on top of it, and the cells will keep flowing. I always suggest my price up, and it works. Yeah, my cells I end them on the first of the month and restart them on the first of the month, so it's kind of easy to remember. Um, Sometimes though, man, like I will forget, or I'll forget to check my store coupon, and my store coupon will be off for like 5 days. But sometimes like themselves go up through the roof when I forget to turn the coupon back on. I listed my first four items and one sold. North Face ski pants listed for 20, hit an offer for 10, so I took it. Nice. Congratulations on your first sale. I was listing 10 a day with the average sales being 6 a day. You recommended 15 listings a day, which I've implemented. Sales have jumped to 9 a day. What's my next move? Stay there for a minute. Thumbs up equals money. Absolutely. I set up coupons but didn't really understand the usage limits. What are the settings that you're using, if you don't mind me asking? So let's go back to the sharing. I believe my usage limits are unlimited, and um, I think I have it at a $40 maximum, uh, a $40 maximum spend on it. So let me look here. Coupon. We will go to edit. Let's verify what we got going on. Okay, so it's a public coupon, 20% off with $40 maximum savings with no limit. And it's on all inventory. And save more for this summer is the description. So that's that. Hopefully that helped. And that was the answer. Oh, hold on. Did I share the screen? I didn't share the screen. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Y'all was just going to let me just talk, huh? That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all can do that to your boy. Okay. Summary. Promotions. I'm gonna go back to edit. So right here, it's a public coupon, extra 20% off, $40 maximum savings because I don't want anybody to save more than 40 bucks. Because if I got an item listed for like 150 bucks, you take $40 off of that, that's already a significant chunk. So not really trying to give away much more than that. And there's no limit. You can use this coupon as many times as you want to. In fact, I encourage it. And that's that. All right, let's see. Coupons and offers do not stack. Yep. Are you going to change all your first class listings to Grand Advantage? Yep, I've already done it. Hey Marcus, quick question. My buyer's item says their item is ready for pickup at post office. Am I responsible for making sure they pick it up? Do I message or am I on the hook? Thanks in advance. So I would message them and tell them that something happened in delivery to where they weren't able to get the package delivered to their door. You are not on the like you're not responsible for it because you've done your part by shipping it out, and it is on the post office or it is on the guy to go the person to go get it from the post office now. um, I do think you can still get a package delivered late though, just because it never technically made it to their doorstep, which is where they get the final delivery scan at. But I don't think it's going to be something that eBay won't remove for you if you get a defect from it. So definitely, if you do end up with some type of defect from this, reach out to eBay and they will remove it for you. Hands down, no questions asked. I'm sure they will. They've never actually done that for me because I've never been in that situation, but I do know people that have been in that same exact situation with no side effects. Marcus, I've been able to use a lot of your advice here to help with my Etsy shop, and sales are doing great. Nice. That's what's up. The stuff that I talk about, it's a lot of it is eBay specific, but most of it can be translated to another platform to some degree. Now, title structure doesn't matter as much on like Poshmark and like Macari and stuff like that. They cut off half the title, so you want to put all the like the pertinent stuff at the beginning. So a lot of it with title structure and things like that doesn't necessarily translate over as well, but a lot of the other stuff does. As far as converting sales from those different platforms. My local bins is tiny, 17 bins, and only three are closed. Last time I was there, I only found 8 items in 2 hours. That's crazy. Where do you live at? You should definitely move out of that state and never go back. Josh says, keep your books bulletproof, everyone. Audits are brutal, even if you're running a tight ship. Yes, it is, man. Absolutely. Um, Hopefully, most of you never have to deal with that. What's up, Julie? How goes it? Thanks, Marcus. That helped. Pensacola, Florida. You need to drive a little bit more towards Orlando because where I went, I got 80 items from Orlando in an hour. So definitely pretty good. I don't know how far that is. Definitely message the buyer that the item's at the post office. And if the buyer doesn't go pick up the package, then the post office will send it back to sender after about a week. That's very solid advice. Absolutely 1000% message that buyer though. Does pre-owned clothes sell well during the holiday time? This is my first time selling. No, it doesn't do like it's not going to be like a massive Q4 hike uh, because it's used clothing. Most people want new stuff during the holidays, but it's still you'll still see an uptick in sales regardless because there's just more people shopping on the platform. So if you sell like vintage tees, stuff like that, or like really cool clothing. Somebody's going to get an eBay gift card from somebody in their family, and they'll get on eBay and they'll buy stuff. So just try to have what's on trend during those times. If you know something's trending, like the younger people are wearing it, definitely try to find that type of thing and flood your store with as much of it as you can. And you want to do this all leading up. So if you know it's in style right now and on trend now, start loading up your store with it. Start buying things like jackets, coats, and hoodies. Even with it being summer, Let's check and see what my categories are in order. Hang on, let me share the screen. I keep forgetting to share the screen. Uh, you want to be ahead of the curve. So when things are starting to uptick, as far as like people are starting to search for things, you want to be on trend. So right now, hoodies and sweatshirts are down actually to number 5. They were number 3. So you see it's down 18%, but it's still in my top 5, hoodies and sweatshirts. So obviously, I'm going to keep on listing hoodies and sweatshirts because this is not normal for me for them to be down to number 5. So I'm going to just keep on listing them, and they'll start trickling back up because it's August now. So women's tops is up because I've been listing more plus size tops. List your plus size tops, guys. Listen to Bo Johnson. He's been talking about plus size tops, and I've been picking up a lot more of them. They definitely been selling. But things like shorts, those are going to stop selling as much coming up here this month. And you'll start to see jeans rise up in the ranks. And then so hoodies are going to start rising up in the ranks. So you just want to be proactive at picking up what's going to actually be selling towards the time that you are really trying to knock it out of the park. Awesome. I got 60 pieces of clothing ready for upload tomorrow. I'll work on another 50 tomorrow. Been a busy day today. That's what's up, bro. Get that money, man. I think the closest Goodwill outlet to Pensacola is Panama City. Is that too far of a trip for you? It says Orlando is about 6.5 hours away. I'm going to try Panama City this week. There's also one in Mobile and Alabama that I want to try both. Yeah, definitely. So, Billy, I travel. My Benz is depending on how fast I drive. Don't tell my girlfriend that if I speed, I get there in about an hour and 15 minutes. If I drive the speed limit, I get there in about an hour and 45 minutes. So if that's not too far for you, that's what I do twice a week. So I would suggest you really try that before you give up on the bins because the bins is the only place that I buy my inventory from, and I go twice a week. So it definitely works. You just got to be willing to hop on the road and do it. Put in the work. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Bought 3 coats. Bought 3 coats and a J. Crew puffer vest at the bin store. My girlfriend heard me, guys. I'm in trouble now. Yeah, that's great. Um, what kind of coats, Maxine? Let's see. So yeah, definitely be proactive in the things that you're picking up. It's going to help you with sales, especially for someone like Maxine and someone like yeah, Hillary. I'm definitely busted. uh, for someone like Maxine and Billy that are like, at least Maxine's new to clothing. Billy, I don't know how new you are to this, but if you guys are starting to learn brands, start paying attention to what's selling. If you list it and it sells within 24 hours, try to do a little bit of research. Like, try to pick out why did this item sell so quick? Is it because it's a great brand? Is it because the price was too low? Is it because it's just a great brand at the right price? Like find out what's up with it and then buy it again. If you see it again, pick up 2 of them instead of 1 this time. If they both sell again, pick up 4. If you sell 4 of them, buy everything you see by that brand. And then really just start testing it from there. um, Now, I say buy everything with a grain of salt. You still have to go in the corner and look up sell through on things because there's something inside of brands that I can't sell at all. Like Old Navy cargo pants fly off the shelf. Old Navy slacks and like regular pants don't sell as fast. So you definitely want to be diligent on the research part of things. Don't just take my word for it because you can't just take every YouTuber's words for everything. You gotta do your own research. How do you increase the amount of monthly listings on eBay? You can call them and ask them, say, hey, I've been selling this many items or I've done this many successful transactions. Do you think you can give me an increase? Usually they'll give you a really good increase the first 2 times you ask them. By the third month that you do that, you shouldn't need to ask them for another increase because they automatically up your limits. If you're doing significant, not significant, you can get 10, 20 sales successfully under your belt, and they'll just start throwing listings at you. But I haven't had to ask for an increase in 2 years, 2 years and like 4 months, and now I can list like, I don't know, something ridiculous like 40,000 items or something. I don't know. Let me check. I can now list. I said 40,000. I can list 12, 12,000. No, 20,000 items. I can list every month, and I'm like halfway through that. So at some point, I will have to ask for an increase, possibly, but they'll probably up my limit before I have to ask them. Just by the amount of volume that you do. So they base it off the amount of volume you do, plus like they measure the returns and INADs, things like that. If they start giving you a lot of listings and you max it out, but you're getting a lot of returns and a lot of INADs and just a lot of, you're showing that you're not worthy of the listing increase, they won't increase anymore. So just make sure you're doing a successful job. What's up, Lee? How you doing? Life's good over here across the pond, man. Can't complain. The bins for me is 2 hours by train there and 2 hours back. It will cost me $100 return. Is it worth it? I don't know, but the thrift stores are priced so high. So the train is something that I don't have experience with. I would say that that's pretty, pretty expensive. I pay about $50 maximum in gas to go there. So you just really got to be selective on the stuff you pick up if that's going to be the way that you do it. Have somebody come with you maybe and just buy as much stuff as you possibly can, so that way you only have to go like once a month. Then it'll definitely be worth it. Let's see. Let's see here. Yep, you're welcome. Any good suppliers to buy bulk? I haven't found them yet. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't found them locally. And then if I do find them, I got to pay a very, very large amount of money in freight. Then it turns out to not be worth it yet. I just got to keep on doing research, and I'm sure I'll find it. What about moving to an anchor store? Not yet. That's $300. I mean, while that's not like something that's not feasible, I don't need to do that yet. So I'm just gonna hang. I'm gonna hang in there until they make me. At some point, you will have to level up. That's what happened to me from the basic store or whatever. I had to level up to a premium store because I was paying for listings, and I'll just move up to an anchor store at that point. I think it's $300. I think that's what James said he pays for it. Let's just see real quick. It's $299 for the yearly subscription. So yeah, $300. eBay is down 2.13% on the NASDAQ. Well, people ain't playing eBay. So yeah, another thing, while we get back to don't quit eBay before you try these things. Find someone that, whether it's me, Bo, whether it's Daily Refinement, Chris, and Tech, someone that is going to help you do a better job. If you don't know what you're doing, definitely anybody in this lifetime that needs to do something good gets a coach, right? Uh, I used to be a personal trainer. When people wanted to get in shape and didn't know what they were doing, they would come get a personal trainer. Me, myself, when I wanted to learn how to do YouTube, I paid Think Media $1,500 to tell me how to do YouTube. When I wanted to learn how to sell on eBay, I signed up for Chris and Tech's mentorship. So if you're like really wanting to learn stuff, you feel like you need to go further, faster, holler at me and Bo, or holler at someone, but have someone hold you accountable and teach you all the stuff that you need to know. Because at the end of the day, you can learn a lot of stuff, but if someone can like not necessarily hold your hand, but like be like, look, hey, I did that. This is what happened when I did that. It didn't work. So you can avoid shortcomings and pitfalls and things like that just by having a coach in the game. Um, Let's see. Josh says, I guess I've been watching too many of your videos, Marcus. My wife and I were at the bins today. She's going down one side, me the other, often saying to myself, oh, Marcus, get this one. Somebody else told me the same thing. And him and his buddies would talk about, oh, Marcus would pick this up. Marcus would pick this up at the bins too. That's great, man. As long as you guys are making the money off the stuff that you're picking up, I don't want anyone to just pick stuff up because I would pick it up. Because at the end of the day, guys, I do a little bit of volume to make up for the fact that some of those items sell for low dollars. I do accept a boatload of offers, right? Because right now, at this day and age, can you really refuse, or can you really refuse to sell? Can you be like, no, eBay, I don't want to make any money today, so send me all the people that are going to lowball me. I'm going to counter with them, and we're just going to be good with a zero sell day, because that's what's going to happen with me if I don't accept those offers. If I counter, I'm going to lose 98% of those sales, probably 99% of the sales. So don't necessarily just go picking things up because you see me and selling it in a what sold video, unless it sells for like over 20 bucks. Then probably pick that up, because a lot of times I'm accepting offers. How much different is retail arbitrage versus going to the thrift stores since their prices are so high? I mean, just going to the clearance section. So right now it's a different time than when I first started, right? So thrift stores used to be a significantly amount of cheaper products, right? So like for instance, when I first started reselling, going to the Goodwill, you can get jeans for $5. Now if you go to the Goodwill in my town, jeans are 20 bucks. So that's not profitable. So if you're going to spend 20 bucks on a pair of jeans to try to flip them, you might as well go get on Amazon and buy you some $20 shoes from TJ Maxx and flip them on Amazon, or like do retail arbitrage from like Ross or something like that, like Flipping It Good does. There's a lot of money to be made if you buy the right stuff and you have the capital to sit on things, because it's going to be just like eBay. You got to make sure you're checking sell through. So if you go out and spend $10,000 in a month on inventory and then you have to sit on it, yeah, you're going to be hurting. You're going to be feeling the blues behind that. So make sure that if you do decide to do retail arbitrage, you have a decent amount of capital saved up. You are not depending on those items to sell fast, just in case they don't sell fast. The good thing about Amazon is they also do have like a thing that you could check, how many are selling, like the ranking of the item. You can check that. So like, don't pick up anything with a low ranking, and you'll be all right to a degree, because someone could just come in and lower their price, and then you'll be right out of the buy box. So me personally, I'm not doing retail arbitrage. That's just too much capital to tie up. I don't know how much money I've spent on inventory this year. Let me check real quick. Workbook. I'll tell you guys real quick. So this year so far, I spent $8,249 on inventory, and I bought 5,623 items. There's no way I'm going to retail arbitrage buying 5,623 items for under 10 grand. So I'm gonna keep rocking it out the way that I'm doing it. Because if I was to do retail arbitrage, I wouldn't be able to make. I wouldn't be able to make it. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. Um, Oh no, Marcus Demian, I was picking it up just because you would. Okay. It's just funny how those thoughts of what you would pick up keep coming to mind. Much respect. Yeah, okay, good deal. Yeah, a lot of things out there I would definitely pick up. My risk tolerance is definitely different than it was when I first started out. If you guys watch my bins videos now versus when I first started doing Amazon, when I first started doing eBay, I wouldn't even touch Fate of Glory with a 10-foot pole. Now I think I just listed a pair of Fate of Glory cargo shorts the other day. So times have changed. You know what I mean? Like my metrics and my margins, it's all about volume now. So I could be like, I don't want to sell like Fate of Glory. I don't want to sell like Ann Taylor. I don't want to sell, whatever insert brand here. But at the end of the day, those are the sales that pay my bills. So can't be closed minded. Different profit margins for sure. I can make 200% profit on a thrift store item, or 20% with retail arbitrage. Exactly. So there's a guy that's in my Patreon. I'm not going to put his name out there on blast because I don't want him to have his business too much out there. But he says he's close to, I think he's going to be on trend to make 900 to a million on Amazon this year to net 90. So that's a lot of capital. You know what I mean? Like, granted, it's essentially, for sure money, but at the same time, it is a lot smaller of a profit range. What's up, Jay? How you doing? I have a friend who I'm training. LOL. She had her first sale today on Poshmark. Let's go. Hopefully she breaks you off a little piece. How many items do you have listed? I think I have 83. Let's see. 82.90. But I still haven't listed my 50 items today. I was in the middle of doing that before I got live. So I'll have 83 tonight. Got it. Makes sense. Thanks, guys. No problem. Faded Glory, LOL. I have a dress listed by Faded Glory. Sometimes it'll sell. I saw Faded Glory sweater the other day. Marcus is gonna get that Faded Glory tattoo any day now. I'm gonna get it right on my chin, right on or cheek, right under my eye. Faded Glory gang. The other eye is gonna have tears because I said I'd never sell it. But times have changed, guys. And really, if I'd have never got that bulk buyout that had all those Faded Glory granny sweaters in it, I probably would have never started selling that stuff. But I saw how well those were selling. I was like, well, let me try something else from the brand. Then I picked up something else from the brand. I think it was like Faded Glory cargo shorts, like jean shorts, the baggy kind that are on trend right now. And they sold. So then I started picking up cargo shorts. And lo and behold, those sold too. So I stand corrected. Lots of people was like Faded Glory sells well, and I was tripping. So I realized I was tripping. That's the thing, though. I'll admit when I was wrong. I definitely was wrong about Faded Glory. Now, it's not something I just definitely recommend everybody going to pick up, but you'd be surprised what sells for okay money. Had 30 sales on Sunday and then 3 sales today. It ain't strange, man. I had 30 something sales yesterday and I only got 17 today, so it happens. The other day when I talked to Bo, I called Bo from the bins. He had 2 sales at 6 o'clock. As I called him, he's on the phone with eBay trying to figure out what's up. So, like, it's just there's nothing that we can do to prevent a very, very slow sell day. Like even with the most optimized listings and the best stuff, there's always going to be some days where there's stuff out of your control. Um, but that's why you do what you can on the days that you do get the traffic, that you do get offers, you do have the opportunity to send offers. You do put the coupon on your store. You do run markdown sales. You do all these things to try to increase your options and increase your chances of actually having someone see your items and convert into an actual sale. At the end of the day, there's only so much we can do, but if you're not doing all you can, then you can't really blame anyone but yourself. Um, we saw these 2 full-length Speedo jackets at the bins today. We picked them up, but is this something you ever had success with? I've never heard of a Speedo jacket. I've heard of like Speedo trunks and like swim shorts and like a one piece, but not a jacket. Is this like Speedo, the swimming company? Let's look this up. Let me just hop on the old eBay machine. Speedo jacket. You're speaking a foreign language, John. I know you're making this up to troll me. Speedo jacket. Huh. Okay, like a windbreaker. I get it. So I've never picked up a Speedo jacket. And you said they're full length? Let me go back to this comment. Full length Speedo jackets. How long is full length, man? Like, what the heck? Um, I would pick them up. These look cool. These look cool. So, yeah. Let's look at how many's listed. Are these unisex or are they men or women, John? No, it's full body length one. Like a swimmer would wear to the pool. Okay, let's type that in. Full length. Oops, I spelled length wrong. Like this one, huh? Diver's jacket, maybe? Okay, so look at this. Keys in the background on the washing machine on a cardboard box. Tell me you can't sell anything on eBay. Look, 4,700 feedback. They got more feedback than I do. 100% positive. If Friends Wood Boys is on this call or on this thing tonight, sorry, your store's on blast right now. Seller does not accept free returns. They might not be on here. So Starting the bid at $9. Let's see if we can filter by used. Well, I don't see the option for used. So we'll just look for sold. None sold. I don't really know what you can get for them. What did you pay for them? Yeah, is it a wetsuit? I don't see very much traction for full length. Got the one. This one's kind of long, but not really. So I would just price them at a moderate price, about $20, and just see what happens with that. Because I'm not seeing enough traction or enough information on them here for me to be able to speculate. I'll just pay the weight. So yeah, $20, man. Throw them up, see what happens. It's going to get to the point to take out the word length. It's going to get to the point to where swim season is going to be over with, because uh, those don't sell all year round. It went right back to the original search that I had up before without the word length in it. So yeah, those are some of the things where you kind of just buy based off of intuition, and maybe that wasn't good intuition. I kind of stay away from Speedo. While it's a reputable brand, it doesn't have great resale value, at least in my experience. So I don't pick it up. I guess it's called Speedo extra extra small jacket. Search for Speedo swimmers warm up jacket. Warm up jacket. Okay. Parker coat. Of course, Goodwill's selling that, Hillary. So Hillary just sent me this. It's a full length parka. Focus. Sorry guys, trying to get the focus. But Goodwill Industries of San Francisco is selling this one. That might be what he meant. Is that what? Yeah, he said yeah, like that. So, what's the price on that one, Hillary? Let's see. Good. I'll put that in. Parka. Alrighty, here we go. Let me share the screen. Now we're cooking with grease. Okay, so here's one right here. Someone got it listed for $60. Here's another one, 89. Here's one, 137. These are brand new. So let's see. Condition used. So we got 26 used, 60, 54, 50, 47, 9 on bids, $60. So nice. Looks like you might have something after all, John. So then we'll filter by sold. We got 26 listed. Got 25 sold. So almost 100% sell through. So this one's going to be Speedo at $50. Speedo best offer. That's not the same thing though. Got another one for 60, 50, 65 best offer. So yeah, go for the gusto, man. Listed for $65. This one is 75. Does it look like this? Listed at 70 if it does. There we go. 100% sell through, and you got two of them. So looks like you're winning, my friend. I just listed at 70. So for $15.50 plus shipping, Goodwill's just probably doing auctions or something stupid. Sorry, Marcus, I was away from the live. Not sure if you answered my question. I'm off shortly for a month. How can I make my store gain more traction apart from listing more things? Run markdown sales, run a coupon. Um, you can lower your prices. You can increase your prices. Sometimes that works. Um, Usually, there's not a way to like do this without doing multiple things at one time. Like you can list more items and still not gain any more traction. But I do want you to be mindful right now that Lee, almost all sellers are seeing some decrease in their impressions. So while you can do all this stuff and still be down in impressions, I don't know if you saw, I'm down like 15% in impressions right now. So and I list 50 a day. So, it doesn't necessarily mean that because you list more, you're going to sell more or get more traction at least. So just try to offer the best price you can. Try to pick up the best items possible, especially if you're getting ready to go out of town. Uh, and be more open to accepting offers. If eBay sees you making sales, they will send more sales your way. If you're turning down sales or if you're not countering on, offers, like I counter if I don't accept it, I counter, but it doesn't mean that they're going to accept. But if you're automatically declining stuff, it's probably not going to send you as many offers as they could. So just play ball, man. Um, you can always promote your listings too. If you're not promoting, that'll definitely get you more traction on your store. You have to pay to play, but you'll definitely be able to get more traction. So uh, you got to consider if that's something that you want to do. If not, don't do it. But these are just several different options you have at your disposal. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, let me know, John, in the next week or two if they sell, and hopefully you got something good on your hands. I definitely would have passed up on that. So thanks for the education. We got 3 minutes left, guys. Ask your questions now. Forever hold your peace. Until next week. Did you see Tech while you were in Florida? Nope. If he goes out, he goes to the flea market. I didn't go to the flea market. Tech doesn't source very often, if at all. If he goes out the source, it's to prove a point to someone that he still got it. He gets all his inventory brought to him, so he doesn't have to go source. Where do you source your shipping boxes? I buy them on Amazon, and actually, I don't ship in boxes. If I do, it's going to be the hat boxes that come from eBay with my store coupon, and those are 8x6x4. I buy those 50 at a time. Usually, whatever I buy with that quarter's worth of coupons lasts me for another quarter. And then I buy poly bags. I buy poly bags to ship my first class items in. I ship all my priority items in flat rate envelopes from the post office. So I don't have to pay for very much shipping supplies. And if I got to ship it in a box, I'm probably not going to sell it. Why is everyone scared to use Macari? I'm closing in on 8,000 in sales there. It's been great for me. I don't know. I don't think everyone's scared to use Macari. I just don't think Macari is as popular as some of the other options. I used to sell on Macari. I just stopped because it wasn't doing well for me. Um, and when I say it wasn't doing well for me, it was just performing the poorest out of all the sites that I was selling on, so I quit selling there. I promoted your example of 10%. I appreciate the advice. I really want to focus on eBay whilst off and springboard my sales and eBay overall. Well, don't promote it 10% just because it's what I do. Uh, because that's just what I do. You got to find out what works for you. I don't want you giving away money you don't have to give away. Justin says changing title structure has been huge. Old dead listings are starting to move. Hey, let's go. That's the type of results you need before quitting eBay. If you're thinking about giving up, if you're thinking about throwing in the towel, consider the fact that you might just be listing these really great items in a really bad way, and change your title structure around brand, item type, gender, size, color, keywords. And if you're not seeing any traction after that, reach out to someone for help, then decide to quit. Don't give up without getting all the maximum help that you can, without putting in all the efforts that you can to make sure that you're going to succeed. Because you might think you're doing a grand job, but you're really doing like 2 out of 10. You know what I mean? But if you're not pulling out all the bells and whistles trying to get traction, you really could be missing out on an incredible opportunity to make a boatload of cash and change your life forever. So, do you ever think about listing on Poshmark, Depop, etc.? I started out listing on all the platforms. I never listed on Depop, but I started out on Poshmark. Actually, I started out on StockX. Started on StockX, then I went to Poshmark, then Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. Everywhere else, eBay was the last platform that I got on, and eBay started taking off. So I gave up on everything else and started working on eBay. So I'm not saying never, but not anytime soon. So as long as everything keeps going okay for me on eBay, I'm gonna keep rocking it out with eBay. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Hope you guys are doing well. That's gonna do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. Till then.